Hello and welcome back to the channel. We are back with the fourth batch of original contest champions. This time around we're looking at Ironman, Juggernaut, Punisher, and Rhino. First up is another one of the champs to receive a quote-unquote God tier buff. Ironman was recently buffed in September 2023. His kit is one that's a little bit more difficult to go through, but he is an excellent counter for mutants that gain prowess. He can armor break. He has a ton of armor that makes him very tanky, and he has high-end damage. His kit is not hard to use, but it can be tricky to pull off maximum damage, so for that I'm giving him average in ease of use. His damage, even without the optimal rotation though, is great. He is great in most metas of Battleground so far. Between being tanky and high damage output, can overcome many different node types. He is great for Path 6 and Alliance War. Really handles most of the nodes there without any issues at all. And overall, he is just a great, great champion since his buff. Next up is Juggernaut, who was buffed in August of 2022. This was another one of the high-end buffs. Using his unstoppable buffs to your advantage can give you plenty of openings to get in attacks, even against stun immune champions. He has the ability to nullify, and he has some of the best damage in the game when you can pull off his rotation effectively. Just like with Iron Man, his kit is pretty simple to pull off, but his maximum damage rotation can be pretty tricky. Overall, his damage is absolutely great. He is one of the higher end attack champions in the game. He is absolutely nuts in Battleground, so he is very, very relevant in most metas. He is great in Alliance War on the proper nodes for attack, and just in questing in general, he is also very, very widely used. Overall, he is one absolutely solid, great champion. Now changing gears a little bit, we get back to one of those champs that is in desperate need of help. Punisher is another champion that is not available in regular crystals in the contest. His kit resembles most of the other early champions in that it is very easy to use. He can inflict bleeds on his special one, and that's really about it. His damage output is really, really lacking, kind of like most other trophy-style champions in the game. As I just said, ease of use, very, very easy to do his rotations in his kit because there's not much to it. Damage output is very, very poor. And when you have very poor damage output, nothing in your defensive kit, you're not relevant in any of today's game modes. All of that just means that overall, he's a bad champion. And the last one of our 2014 champions for today is Rhino. Common theme here with most of the early champions, there's not a whole lot to his kit. He can be an annoying defender with his unstoppable dash attacks, but he is a big, beefy character without a lot of weight behind his punches. Now that we've seen his animations, once again, easy to use, but very, very poor damage output on attack. Which, as you can tell by now through these, once they're very poor on attack, they're not really relevant in Battlegrounds, but I will give him some relevance as an Alliance War defender, especially if you put him on nodes where the attacker needs to intercept in order to get an opening or to do damage. Not very relevant in questing whatsoever. So overall, while he does have a little bit of relevance and could be used on defense, even then, when the node fits him, he's still not very good at it. And that's going to wrap us up for today. I hope that you've enjoyed this look at 4 more champions from 2014. If you did, please leave a like and subscribe. The next batch of champions will be released very soon. Thank you all for watching, and take care.